And now the new piece, Intercity Stomp, that I'll send over to you. Okay, so it starts with both hands in the bass clef. If you look at the beginning, the first two lines, they're both bass clefs, all right? It changes part way through that line to the treble clef, and then it's treble and bass thereon to the end, all right? But to start with, we're both in bass clef. The left hand is playing low G, and they're all staccato. Sempre stack means always staccato, so you just keep that, and that's your beat of the bar, your 4 beats in a bar, so it must stay static, sort of mustn't move or become faster or slower. Okay, I've lost how many I'm doing. Then it goes to an E flat with your third finger. Remember, that's an E flat. There's E flat and B flat in the key signature, and then it's back to G's again, all right? And that's basically all the left hand does, okay? But the left hand keeps the beat of the music. We haven't had this before, I don't think, but there's one change of time signature halfway through the second line. There's one bar of 3 time, okay? It's not difficult. All you're doing is 4 in the first bar before it, then you just do 3, and then go back to 4, all right? It's not difficult because there's nothing happening in the right hand, so it's just a question of following carefully the amount of G's or whatever it is that you're playing, okay? The right hand is starting on middle D next to middle C, all right? It's not very syncopated, this music. It's quite straightforward rhythms. It comes on the second bar, okay? The thing you've got to be careful of is that you get the 2 quavers in and then play the 4th beat, or here it's the 3rd beat that you have to play, all right? Try not to get muddled up there. So you've got 2 quavers with that 3rd beat and then the 4th beat, and it's making sure that that left hand is steady. 1, 2 and 3 and 4, that you don't sort of muck the or change the rhythm slightly because of what's happening in the right hand. It's got to stay metronomically the same all the time, okay? The right hand is also all staccato all the way through, okay? With this one, it's just making sure you come in on the right beat, that you count the rests in between, or the number of left hand notes in between. That's the other way to do it. Because each bar is slightly different. That's the difficulty with this music, or the challenge, I should say. So start fairly slowly. 3, 4, 1. Don't forget the B flat there. 3, 4. Now bar 6. Okay, so bar 6, you've got this offbeat chord with the right hand, which is G and C, but it just fits in between the beat of the left hand. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and. There's a little bit of a tricky bit there, going straight onto that next chord in the next bar, and again, don't forget the B flat. So maybe just practice that. So I'm just playing the last chord in bar 6 onto the next bar without a stop. You've had rests in between, and then suddenly there's no rest in between. You've got to go straight into it. All right, only happens, or it happens again further down on the next line. Okay, so I just go from bar 6. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Now at this point, the right hand is taking itself up an octave, and you're playing exactly the same as the first line to start with, an octave higher. Okay, in bar 11 it's different, and bar 12, 2, 3, 4, then you've got this same chords again, straight in. Okay, I'm going to stop there for the moment. I'm just wondering about some fingering here. Okay, so that should be, say, thumb on there. I'm just taking it from the equivalent melody on the first line. So that's the same as that, but an octave higher here. So that should be a thumb there as well. So maybe just put that fingering in there because it's not written there, and maybe the chords as well. Put the fingering in along there, okay, and then it's repeated again. All right, so the last line now, I'll take it from the end of bar 16. 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, 3, 4, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Then you've got a chord, which is G, C, and F, which I would use 1, 2, and 5 on. That's tied. Then the left hand has a similar sort of shape chord, D, G, and C. It does say pedal, just for that. Again, 5, 2, and 1 fingering. And then you end with both hands playing in unison that opening melody. No pedal, obviously, because it's staccato. The pedal marking's up then anyway. I'm hoping that on your copy, the countings all come across as well in the print, because you have to count quite carefully here. Let's go from, let's lead into bar 17 again. So I'm going from bar 16. Remember the right hand's all staccato. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Count 1, 2, then 3, 4, 1, 2, up, and finish. So it's counting all the rests here before you play the left hand chord, then counting the lengths of those ties before you finish the rest of the music.